Good morning, sausages. What have we here? Death or dinner? Now this, which you could easily mistake for a thistle, is actually not a thistle because it's not spiky, and it's called knapweed. Why is it called knapweed? Knap comes from the Norse word napper, which means knob. So it's knobweed. Knobweed sounds like a sort of hippie name for sort of male pubes. I can't see my balls. I've got too much knobweed. Anyway, I digress. Now, what do you know about this plant? Is it edible? Well, parts of it are. I mean, this is rock hard. You can't eat that. That's the knob or the bud. This is the flower once it's opened. Of course, it's edible, not particularly exciting. And of course, you can put it into salads and things like that. Come around to our house for a dinner party. We're having forager's salad. Actually, when I sort of started doing foraging walks, I spoke to a friend of mine who's a forager. I said, how do you make the food look foragey? She said, it doesn't matter what it is, just cover it in flowers. It's very easy to recognise. The top leaves are a bit more kind of like antlery shaped, but the lower down leaves, you can see a bit more sort of pinnet leaves. You know, you have like a long stem with a sort of pinnet leaves. It's the same as on something like an ash tree, but obviously the leaves are a lot smaller and a lot more pointy. And the head looks a bit like a thistle head, but it's the knobs. The knobs are the giveaway. Look at them. Look at the fantastic little things, aren't they? They're really, really hard. You can put that in a catapult and shoot it at a cow's bottom and watch it run. So what are the medicinal uses of knobweed? So Nicholas Culpeper, the famous botanist from the 17th century, suggested it was very good for coughs and cold, and it has actually been used for coughs and colds and catarrh and things like that ever since. I'm not sure what's in it, but people swear by it. Maybe if you've got like a cough and you can sort of like a draining rod. But also it's been used for curing adder bites. Now again, bit dubious, but I believe actually something in here helps with adder bites. I don't know what is in an adder bite. I know it's not very nice. So what about myth and folklore? Well, I mean, myth and folklore tends to be associated, as I say, a lot with things like relationships and sex and rebirth, all those sort of things. And often it's to do with attracting a partner. For example, a four-leaf clover pasted into a lady's shoe means that the next man she meets she will marry. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, she just bumps into her father. But with this, apparently, this bud, the knob, you get the knob and you put it into your bodice. Oh, I've got a knob in my bodice. Didn't sleep too well last night. I had too many knobs in my bodice. Basically, this knob is the bud, and you put it into your bodice, and you can put a few of them into your bodice. And the bodice is not actually the bra. It basically was sort of like the stringy thing that they put over their dress. Apparently, if these things started to flower when you were talking to a young suitor, then perhaps that would mean that was going to be your love. So how about that? Again, utterly baseless, no facts there at all. But the moral of the story is, if you can't find love and you're really not having any luck on Tinder or anything like that, every morning put a fresh knob in your bodice and maybe you'll find love. Have a wonderful day. What about myth and folklore? Myth and folklore. Now, what about spank my bum with a tennis racket?